누구나 좋아하는 맛, 교촌 치킨.
Top 10 strange things about China. Number 1. Pooing everywhere. Believe it or not, some people in China feel the urge to go number 2 wherever they may be. Noted cases are in an elevator, on an aeroplane, and even on people's lawns. Could be down to poor education, poor public services, or just bad timing. Number 2. Only one time zone. China, a country that is roughly similar size to the United States, has only one time zone, Beijing Standard Time. This means when it's 6 o'clock in the nation's capital, it's also 6 o'clock almost 3,000 miles away, further west. Take that, Dog Brown. Number 3. Festival dedicated to eating dogs. Commonly known as the Lai Chi and Dog Meat Festival, is an annual celebration held in Yulin, Guangxi, China. During the 10 days of celebration, it's estimated 10 to 15,000 dogs are consumed. Number 4. Soon, China will have the most Christians on Earth. There are now roughly 100 million Christians in China. Although many articles say this number is underestimated because the increase of religion would reflect negatively on government officials. The churches are still subject to supervision from government agencies. Number 5. You can hire someone to help with traffic. Traffic in China has been known to get as long as 100 kilometers and have lasted for as long as 10 days. So there are now businesses you can hire to come and get you out of these sticky situations. Someone carrying your traffic sitter drives through to find you on the back of a motorbike, grabs you, leaves the sitter, and he calls you when he's through. Nice. Number 6. China's executed more people than any other country at one point. The Duihua Foundation, a San Francisco-based organization which works to uphold human rights in China and America, estimated that approximately 2,400 people were executed in China in 2013, a 20% drop since 2012. According to Amnesty International's annual report on the death penalty, excluding China, at least 778 people were executed worldwide throughout 2013. That means that China would have executed more than twice the amount of the entire world. Number 7. It was uncovered that a Chinese brand of tofu had sewage in it. An undercover investigation by a professor from Wuhan Polytechnic University in March 2010 estimated that 1 in 10 of all meals in China were cooked using recycled oil, often scavenged from the drains beneath restaurants. The State Food and Drug Administration issued a nationwide emergency ordering an investigation into the scandal of so-called sewer oil, which further dented public confidence in the food industry. Blech. Number 8. There are many abandoned cities in China. The Chinese government have built many cities for people to emigrate to, but have failed to convince the people to move, leaving the billions of dollars in development a ghost town. These places include Kangbashi New Area in Ordos, the new South China Mall, Tendong District in Kunming, Beichuan, although this was actually destroyed by an earthquake, Jingjin of Tianjin, and many, many more. Number 9. Women have to sit for a month after giving birth. In China, this is literally called sitting the month. You must eat bland food, so those treats you went without are no good here. In addition, you mustn't shower, but you do get 24-hour nursing care. If you can afford it, that is. Number 10. Virgin boy eggs. Virgin boy eggs, or tongzidan, are a traditional delicacy of Dongyang, Zhejiang, in China, made by cooking eggs in urine collected from young virgin boys. Yummy!
Factsverse presents 20 shocking facts about China. Number 1. Reincarnation. In 2011, China's State Administration for Religious Affairs issued a statement banning reincarnation. More absurdly, the reincarnation law stipulates procedures by which Tibetan Buddhist monks can reincarnate. Number 2. Death penalty. According to data from Amnesty International, China performs thousands of executions annually. In fact, Amnesty International reckons that China executes more people every year than the rest of the world combined. Number 3. Gender imbalance. Data published by the Pulitzer Center shows that China has a serious gender imbalance thanks to a birth ratio that currently stands at 120 boys for every 100 girls. In some parts of the country, the boy-to-girl birth ratio is 150 to 100. Number 4. Birth defects. A report published by the China Daily states that 900,000 Chinese children are born with congenital anomalies every year. Across the country, 30 million families have experienced the birth of children with defects. Number 5. Pollution. A team of researchers from the University of California, Berkeley found that pollutants from China made their way to parts of the U.S. In particular, these researchers found that the amount of Asian lead pollutants in air samples collected in the San Francisco Bay Area stood at 29%. Number 6. Animal testing. China requires testing of imported cosmetic products on animals, such as mice, guinea pigs, rabbits, and rats, to ascertain their safety. However, it is not mandatory for locally produced cosmetics to undergo animal testing. Number 7. Bra technology studies. Polytechnic University offers a degree in bra studies, and students who successfully complete this course can apply for jobs at companies such as Top Form, which makes more than 60 million bras annually. Number 8. Word censorship. China is renowned for having some of the most restrictive media censorship laws. In April 2013, the State Administration of Radio, Film, and Television (SARFT) announced a list of regulations related to use of censored words, including the word censorship itself. Number 9. Dyeing pets. Pet owners in China now dye their pets to look like wild animals, such as tigers and pandas. Expenditure on pets in this Asian country rose by 500% from 1999 to 2008. As the spending power of Chinese consumers rises, the amount of money spent on pets is likely to rise as well. Number 10. Eating cats. Data published by the New York Times shows that the Chinese eat up to 4 million cats every year. Nevertheless, animal rights activists across the country regularly hold protests to condemn such culinary traditions. Number 11. Exporting women to the U.S. Documents released by the U.S. State Department in 2008 showed that Chinese Premier Mao Zedong proposed sending 10 million women to the U.S. to help boost the American population in a similar way as China's population exploded in the 1970s. Number 12. Messenger pigeons. During the last quarter of 2010, the People's Liberation Army (PLA) Chengdu Division began training 10,000 pigeons to supplement the country's conventional communication infrastructure in the event of war. Number 13. Pun control. In China, it is illegal to use wordplay or puns on TV and in advertising, according to an order released in December 2014 by the State General Administration of Press, Publication, Radio, Film, and Television. Number 14. Chopsticks. Data from China's National Forest Bureau show that close to 4 million trees are cut down annually to manufacture billions of disposable pairs of chopsticks. Up to 50% of these chopsticks are used locally. Of the remaining 50%, 77% are sold to Japan, 21% to South Korea, and 2% to the U.S. Number 15. Leftover women. Unmarried Chinese women 27 years or older are called leftover women, even by China's state-run media. Nevertheless, some women are rebelling against the expectation to get married by opting to remain unmarried. Number 16. China's effect on California's weather. Research carried out by the California Institute of Technology and NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab found that pollution from Asian countries like China could be responsible for the increasingly terrible winters experienced in the U.S. Number 17. Nail in collar. A nail is dangerously hanging in their collars so that Chinese soldiers don't sleep while on work. Number 18. Sinkholes. Sinkholes are a major problem in China. For instance, a sinkhole swallowed and injured 5 pedestrians in Beijing. In Shenzhen, a sinkhole killed 5 people. Number 19. Virginity restoration. Chinese women, mostly those about to get married, are opting for hymen restoration surgery to ensure they are virgins on their wedding day. Number 20. Dog Meat Festival. Every year, about 10,000 dogs are slaughtered for consumption during the Dog Meat Festival held in Yulin, Guangxi Province. This festival is held to mark the start of the summer solstice. Factsverse presents 10 Weirdest Things That Only Happen in Japan. Number 1. The Poop Museum. In Tokyo, Japan, there is actually a museum that is based on poop. When you arrive, you can purchase a hat that resembles poop. You can look at all kinds of poop, including poop from animals. Walking around the museum and entertaining the guests is a mascot who is dressed up like a giant smelling piece of, you guessed it, poop. If you like rides, you can go down a slide and land into a giant toilet. You can create your own poop out of clay as a souvenir to take home. At the end of the exhibit, you'll be able to watch a chorus of singing toilets. This is the strangest museum in Japan and possibly in the entire world. Number 2. Toilet slippers. The Japanese culture is known for its high emphasis on personal hygiene and cleanliness. Many Japanese people classify separate areas as being clean and unclean. This is why many Japanese people take their shoes off when they enter their homes. The outside is considered unclean, and the inside is considered clean. One of the places that are considered the most dirty is, understandably, the bathroom. This is why the Japanese wear toilet slippers. They keep the person's feet from touching the unsanitary floor around the toilet. The slippers are left in the bathroom by the door and are put on before the person walks in, and they're left in the bathroom once they have finished. Number 3. Strange flavored treats. Japan is known for its bizarre food creations. One of these bizarre creations is ice cream. If you live in America and you want something other than the ordinary chocolate or vanilla, you would get your ice cream from the Ben & Jerry freezer, where you can find flavors such as Chunky Monkey and fish food. When you go to Japan, you'll find some very strange flavors. Some of these include crab, eel, curry, horse, stew, chicken, cactus, and beer. If you want a candy bar in Japan, you have several flavor choices including lemon, apple, mango, peach, green tea, and even baked potato. You can find ice cream and candy bar flavors that you would never expect to find anywhere else on Earth. Number 4. Vending machines. If you live in America, you're used to seeing vending machines that sell chips, candy bars, and soft drinks. If you go to Japan, you can find much more than just junk food and soda pop in vending machines. You can purchase things such as lettuce, rice, draft beer, flowers, batteries, meat sauce, and even pornography in vending machines. If you want a hot meal, you can go to a vending machine and purchase squid, fish, and chicken. If it starts raining, you can find a vending machine on every corner that sells umbrellas. If you haven't had a chance to do laundry, you can even find clean underwear in a Japanese vending machine. Some of the new technology allows a person to purchase their items online and then go to their local vending machine to pick it up. Japanese make shopping for the necessities very easy. Number 5. Bagel head. Body modification is nothing new in any part of the world. In America, people get piercings, tattoos, and they extend and enlarge different parts of their body. The Japanese also have a fascination with body modification, however, it is nothing like what we see in America. The actual bagel head procedure was pioneered in Canada in 2007, but it became popular in Japan. This modification involves injecting saline into the forehead to create a bagel-shaped bulge. It became so popular that the underground culture has bagel head parties, where groups of people can get their foreheads modified. Since it looks so bizarre, it's good that the results are not permanent. The body will absorb the saline, and the bulge is often gone the next morning. Number 6. Mr. Konzo. In America, canned food is eaten when you don't have the time to cook a meal. Most Americans turn to their canned goods when they didn't have a chance to get to the grocery store. In Japan, however, Mr. Konzo is a restaurant that serves only canned foods. There are no menus in this restaurant. Guests would choose something from the huge pantry of canned goods. You can find canned potato salad, canned omelets, and many, many other types of food. The can would be opened and prepared by the staff and then served. Some would think that this is a poor business practice, but Mr. Konzo is actually successful. The first restaurant opened in 2002, and since then there have been 17 locations opened. Number 7. Ganguro. This is a very popular look among Japanese girls. The word ganguro means black or charbroiled in English. The girls first get tanned so that they resemble the color of bacon. When they've achieved their desired skin tone, they put on thick black eyeliner and light shades of eyeshadow and lipstick. They'll dye their hair bleach blonde and wear colorful, flashy clothing and shoes. Ganguro is said to be a rebellion against the traditional concepts of Japanese beauty. Number 8. Creepy human robots. Japan is doing some very interesting and strange things when it comes to robotics. Honda's Asimo has the ability to move its arms and walk. Other than that, he's not very threatening, but he looks very weird. Engineers in Japan have also created the CB2. This robot looks like a baby and it acts like one. It can move its head and eyes around. Also, it can learn tasks and movements. It's very sensitive to touch. There is also Pepper, a robot that will be available to consumers very soon. This robot can analyze your facial expressions and tone to figure out what type of mood you're in. The people who developed this robot have stated that the reason that they developed it is to make people happy. Number 9. The Liberation Wrapper. This is one of the weirdest Japan inventions. A Japanese restaurant chain called Freshness Burger noticed that women were not purchasing their biggest, most popular burger. In Japan, women are afraid to go against ochibo. This is the desired trait of eating small, modest mouthfuls of food. When a woman is seen eating a large burger with an open mouth, it is deemed embarrassing and unattractive. To increase sales to women, Freshness Burger created the Liberation Wrapper. The wrapper goes around the burger and covers the woman's face. The only thing that the person sitting across from the woman will see is the wrapper, imprinted with the image of a woman's lower face. Number 10. Strangest Japanese fast food restaurant. In America, you walk up to the counter at your favorite fast food restaurant, look at a menu on the wall of the counter, and choose your meal. You would then tell the cashier and pay. This strange restaurant in Japan has 2 gorgeous girls sitting on the counter right in front of the menu in skirts and see-through panties. It doesn't seem very sanitary, but it does bring in the male clientele.